Welcome to the Mazorodze School of Medical and Health Sciences. We have reached an advanced stage in the construction of the main structure of this landmark development in Masvingo province and the country. Construction of a state-of-the-art School of Medicine and Health Sciences by Great Zimbabwe University at its campus in the Clovelly area of Masvingo is progressing well. Once complete, the school is expected to massively transform the healthcare system in Masvingo province and the region, as it is expected to bring state-of-the-art facilities to meet the community and the nation's current and future health needs.
In 2019, our parent ministry, on behalf of government, directed that every university should work towards establishing a medical school. Once that idea germinated in our minds, we set about to start developing the project.
Exactly 3 years later, the university is on the verge of opening the much anticipated medical school, which will bring modern facilities to meet the community's current and future health needs.
As always, we do our things to give a state-of-the-art image. The reasons why we were anxious to set up this school is that Masvingo province has a woeful deficiency of medical facilities and medical practitioners. Our people travel long distances to Harare and Bulawayo for small ailments because the facilities are not available. But it's not only Masvingo province that we're thinking about. We're thinking about the whole of Zimbabwe. We must make an indelible mark on the history of medicine in this country. What we then set about to do is to innovate.
The school was aptly named after Simon Mazorodze, the towering liberation stalwart who played a critical role of offering medical assistance to our cadres during the protracted struggle for our independence.
The institution you will see today was named the Simon Mazorodze School of Health Sciences and Medicine because, as you all know, Dr. Simon Mazorodze played a remarkable and critical role during the armed struggle when he attended to several of our cadres who were either injured or died in the struggle. This medical school is set to define a new trajectory for medical education in this country.
The founding dean of the Simon Mazorodze School of Medical and Health Sciences, Professor Jacob Mufunda, has a distinguished career under his belt and has established a number of medical schools in Africa. Professor Mufunda is enthusiastic about his latest endeavor in establishing a modern-day School of Medicine and Health Sciences at Great Zimbabwe University.
This institution began about 3 years ago, and as you can see, the infrastructure is almost complete, and we are targeting the introduction of training of medical doctors as early as December 2021. The main focus of this medical school is to train medical doctors. The kind of medical doctor we plan to train at the Great Zimbabwe University is a unique one. Apart from the conventional skills expected of medical graduates elsewhere, we plan to have a focus, a slant towards aspects of traditional medical practices. Within the armpit of the Zimbabwe Council of Higher Education, all universities and medical schools are expected to meet the basic standards of medical training. we have actually been allowed to ensure that 80% of the content is similar throughout the medical schools in Zimbabwe. We are talking about the University of Zimbabwe, National University of Science and Technology, Midland State University, and we are the 4th university coming in play. In this regard, 80% of the content in the training of medical doctors throughout the country is the same. Other universities can then adopt 20%, which is unique to that institution. In this regard, the university, the Great Zimbabwe University School of Medical and Health Sciences, decided to use the slant towards traditional and herbal medicines.
The establishment of the school is a landmark development in Masvingo province that aligns with the new Education 5.0 paradigm. Under Education 5.0, Zimbabwe's state universities must launch into outcomes focused on national development activities towards a competitive, modern and industrialized Zimbabwe.
I'm quite delighted to be part of this team, having joined several years back and working together with the Vice Chancellor. We have achieved quite a lot in terms of infrastructure development and student enrollment, and widening the number of programs that we are offering to the Zimbabwean public. So today we have the medical school as the new project that's coming on board, and I would want to invite everyone to celebrate with us as we open this inaugural school, considering that it is a project that we thought about not so many years ago, but just a few years back, and we've made this program a reality. As we look at the new School of Medical and Health Sciences at Great Zimbabwe University, it is a project that has come in line with the Education 5.0 policy that our ministry has adopted. And it is a school or a project that will help us realize the goods and services that should be realized from a functional higher education system. So as we look to produce not only medical staff, we seek to expand into many other goods and services that will support the delivery of a quality health system in the country.
With the establishment of the Simon Mazorodze School of Medical and Health Sciences, Great Zimbabwe University has made firm steps towards ensuring quality, affordable, and accessible healthcare to all members of our society.
You may wish to know that in the whole province, we probably have about 1.5 million people. And the number of doctors available in the province, registered in the province, may be about 100. We are supposed to have at least 1,000 doctors in the province. Because of that, the introduction of this medical school is going to assist in the closing that gap. With the 1,000 doctors required and we have 100, we need to catch up with that gap of about 900 doctors in the province.
Alongside the medical school project, the university is at an advanced stage in renovating its teaching hospital at Mashawa campus. The teaching hospital will work hand in hand with the medical school to ensure provision of state-of-the-art health services to the nation.
We hope to increase the specialist proportion in the province. You may wish to know that as we speak now, there is only one surgeon in the province. There is only one pediatrician in the whole province. There is no anesthetist in the province. There is no psychiatrist in the province. We plan, as part of the School of Medical and Health Sciences, to introduce specialist training. We have two modalities which we plan to use to train specialists in the province. The first modality is whereby we utilize a hospital which the university already owns. It's called Mashawa Teaching Hospital. It used to be called Gesmine Hospital. This institution, which is located 45 kilometers away from Masvingo town, has the capacity to introduce specialist training and specialist services in a broad variety of areas. Specifically, we plan to expand on surgery available not just in the province, but in the country as a whole. We call it laparoscopic surgery. This is keyhole surgery, which is utilized to conduct operations of the abdominal cavity for procedures involving the stomach, procedures involving the kidney, the appendix, and reproductive organs. This is a very important, innovative, minimal access kind of surgery which has become popular in many countries. In Harare, there is also aspects of laparoscopic surgery, but we want to give it a thrust here in the province, whereby ultimately we expect some people coming from as far as Harare accessing that kind of service. We plan to provide that service at Great Zimbabwe School of Medical and Health Sciences, Mashawa Teaching Hospital site. In addition, as things are now, our people from the province actually travel to Harare or to Bulawayo to access diagnostic radiological services such as computerized tomography or magnetic resonance imaging, which are specialized procedures. And they go to these places, Harare or Bulawayo, at a cost, both financial and human life. Some people die on the way approaching Harare or Bulawayo to get investigations. So bringing those services to Masvingo is one of the expectations from the School of Medical and Health Sciences. In addition, we plan to train specialists using a special modality where we engage the College of East, Central and Southern Africa, training of specialists in schools without walls. What that means is, in all the areas, specialist areas, I may just give you an example of a few. We have general surgery, we have internal medicine, we have obstetrics and gynecology, we have anesthesiology, we have psychiatry. These are specialists which are difficult to get by in Masvingo because specialists tend to work where they are trained. So if we train them in Masvingo, they are likely to work in our province.
This project is a product of government support, ingenuity, innovation, and shrewd mobilization of human and financial resources.
The responsibility to transform Zimbabwe is ours. What government has done is to arm us. And I can tell you that this project, which is now in its third year, has galloped millions of dollars from government. And we are trying we are doing everything we can all the time to take advantage of the support that is coming from government. We have a captain of industry through our minister, Professor Murugira, who religiously follows up everything that we do and wants to see us succeed. Hence, we will not rest until we have given a new image in the medical terrain in this country. let me also say this, that we have not used a contractor in putting up this facility. Gone are the days when we used to be worried by contractors. We have used our manpower, people from our minister's manpower department. We have used our people from our army. We have used laborers that we have recruited from the various trades throughout the district and throughout the country. The important thing we are trying to demonstrate is that we can do things ourselves. And the president keeps emphasizing that no one but ourselves can achieve the progress that is going on.
The corporate sector also chipped in with timely investment to ensure the successful completion of the project.
As we look at the progress that we've made to date, it is one school where we hope to have our first cohort of students by the end of the year if we get all the resources that we want. And as my Vice Chancellor has pointed out, we already have received some bit of assistance from the corporate world, and it is the same corporate world that I'm extending a hand to so that they can help us realize this dream. I would not emphasize much the importance of a medical school to the nation, the region, and the world at large, because we all rely on the services that we get from the medical school. And looking at what has been happening this year, because of COVID and the previous year too, we have benefited so much from the services of the medical team. And as Great Zimbabwe University launches its medical school, I want to welcome you all to support so that together we can realize this dream. Thank you to the Vice Chancellor, thank you to the team that has seen us through, thank you to the parent ministry, thank you to the government, because without their support, we wouldn't have been able to get to where we are.
The shape and design of the school is that of a jumbo jet with wings helping it to fly. The message is that Great Zimbabwe University is forever buoyant and is aiming for the sky.
Here we have the illustration of the whole building. This structure, particularly the body, the wings, they are located on 3 floors with on the wing and on the ground floor we have anatomy and histology on the other side. The anatomy section on the ground floor is the one which houses the mortuary and where dissection of cadavers happens. This floor is a replica in the first floor, second floor, and third floor. What we have here is the ground floor gross anatomy laboratory. Of course, here we still have some finishings material to complete the ceiling. You already have some templates on the roof there. This is some of the material we are going to use. So, in addition, for this anatomy dissection room, we have the mortuary, the storeroom, and some offices of staff. The dissection actually occurs where we are here, with the necessary tables and desks. Donated bodies actually come to the building through this entrance. When they come in here, they are embalmed in here. A process which can take up to 6 months before a body is actually ready for dissection. This is made to ensure that the students who dissect those bodies, after they have been embalmed, they are no longer called dead bodies, we call them cadavers. After they have been embalmed, we then take them to the mortuary here where they are kept and stored under appropriate conditions. This spacious histology laboratory can accommodate easily 100 students, and it's mainly training of usage of microscopes, which look at tiny parts of the body in a magnified way. And this is the foundation of future studies to be able to recognize the abnormal structures.
The provision of top-of-the-range health facilities is set to add to Great Zimbabwe University's already impressive and pace-setting infrastructure in teaching and learning.
We really have been dreaming wildly. We propose in a visionary way that Mashava Hospital can actually become the new abroad for Zimbabweans and people in the diaspora for medical and health services.
Beyond that, the medical school and teaching hospital will provide much-needed relief to Masvingo residents who have been making long trips to other cities for specialist and quality health care.
I want to advise, never put your brains in park gear. And never keep your brains in neutral. Because when you're in neutral gear, you're not moving. And when you're in park gear, you're not moving. We want our people to be in perpetual locomotion. We want them to demonstrate to everybody that we have the capacity to do wonders. I want to thank our ministry, through our permanent secretary, our minister, and ultimately government, for giving us the privilege to serve. This medical school is going to be like a vaccine for the province and for the country. I want to appeal to all those in the corporate world to please contribute. We have already received large measures of assistance from those in Masvingo province, outside Masvingo province. I will not name them now, but I can tell you that banks, individuals in the telecommunication field have come forward and they've said, Professor, we can't believe this. And we want to ensure that this project succeeds. Life is a one-way journey. Make sure that you make it worthwhile. By God, make sure that you make it worthwhile. I'm grateful, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Zimbabweans. This is what we are doing at the medical school.